Hey, oh.
Oh, this is some hot garbage.
Yeah, I hear a lot of echo.
Yeah, hold on.
What did you do?
Oh, there we go. Okay. So my headphones were plugged in, but I guess they were upside down. The plug was upside down, so I just had to swap it out.
There's not an upside down on them.
I know, but it was weird because when I plugged it in, it wasn't working. So I took it out and I twisted the plug and put it back in, and now it's fine.
You didn't have it plugged in the whole way.
Sure did. I double checked it.
There's not a right side up or upside down on those.
I don't know. It just wasn't working.
I do know. And that can't be it.
It was it, because I double checked it. It was in all the way.
Where's Cody?
I don't fucking know.
There's Cody.
Right on cue.
Ayo.
I was going to say, is he going to be a sneak and a creep? Because that would make for some boring podcasting this time.
For real.
Okay. So, not a lot of small talk this time, huh?
I mean, yeah, not really. Let's get into it, because I loved this episode so much.
Yeah.
The
best episode of all of Book of Boba Fett was the one that had zero Boba Fett. Fuck
For
that
real.
guy, dude. Mando is what's up.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep, like I said you would.
Yep. Loved it.
Like I said you would. So see, Cody is capable of pointing out quality. It still baffles me that he can look at a prequel and be like, oh, that's a good movie.
I mean, this one had plenty of prequel content in it.
Yeah, it sure did, but you know what it didn't have? The shitty storytelling and the shitty writing and the shitty dialogue and the shitty special effects. Oh, so it just referenced older stuff, but it left behind all the garbage. Oh, that's right, Cody.
I mean, not all the garbage.
Cody, what is up with all the noise?
No, the mic, the thingy, it's good. Don't worry, it's
flip
fine.
it upside down, and that'll fix it.
Yep, it's what it did.
Did you hear her before you got here?
Is that what you did
for
real?
Dude,
yeah,
she joins. It sounded like ass. So she took the connection out, flipped it 180, stuck it back in, and she's like, there we go. And I'm like, Kelsey, it doesn't work like that. That's not how a C-type connection works. Or like a lightning cable. And she's like, it worked though, so that must have been it.
Did you hear Cody just say that he did the exact same thing and it fucking worked?
Cody's kidding, you fool.
No, I'm not. I'm 100% serious.
What?
and when I plug it in this way, it like the whole reason I had to do that with all the noise was because it did that stupid shit where it just connects back, like it makes the phone like be the mic and the speaker instead of the earbuds, and even though they're plugged in.
You two have technical difficulties that blow my fucking mind.
Listen, who's the fool now, fool?
It's still you, fool.
No, it's
still
not.
You.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
because
absolutely
two of us
it is.
had the same problem, and we just flipped the script, and it was fine.
Yep.
So, fuck off there, Yeffy.
Anchor, why have you not put a kick button in this fucking app? Why? Or even a mute. Like, why can the host not mute or kick people who are in the fucking recording? Come on.
Because you would abuse that shit, and Anchor
because you invited them.
Yeah, but sometimes, if you ever thrown a house party, you'll notice that sometimes you invite people, and then sometimes those people end up pissing you off, and you want them removed.
Yeah, but it's real hard to do that. Sometimes you gotta call cops.
All right, so Book of Boba Fett, episode 5, raddest episode to date. For real.
So like, I mean, I knew that this is exactly how you guys would feel about it, and like literally, I was sitting there watching it, and everything that happened, I was like, yeah, Jeff's gonna like that.
Like what?
Yep.
Like what?
All right, so like the beginning.
Yeah, he's already done more badass shit than Boba Fett has this entire show.
He walked through the door, and I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, he walks in, it's like, and then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to fuck you up, buddy. And they was like, well, you're surrounded. And I was like, yeah, here we go. Here we fucking
Yeah.
go. And then the Darksaber comes out, and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I
And he
forgot
sliced
about that.
bitch in half.
Mhm.
He sliced that dude in half, and I was like, fuck. This
He
is
sliced
so
like
great.
5 dudes in half.
That's what I thought. My initial thought was like, that is pretty graphic for a Disney show. Not that I'm complaining. Like, fuck yes, dude. I like it when Star Wars gets a little brutal.
Oh, I
Right.
loved it so much. I loved every
But
fucking
see,
thing
like,
about it. Loved
I
it.
knew that you guys would be like, oh, you see, it was like dirty. It was dirty in that butcher shop, so it looked like lived in. And I was like, and then I was like, Jeff's gonna like it when the Darksaber comes out. Ooh,
Yeah,
and
I
then
did.
he cuts himself with the Darksaber, and he's like, oh, son of a bitch. But he don't care, right? Because he's a badass. So he's like, I'm just gonna keep walking.
I thought he
And
cut
then
his inner leg, but it was his outer
Yeah,
leg.
so
I
did
was like, oh
John.
shit, dude, he got his taint.
Yeah, my husband was like, he cut his inner right thigh, but now he's showing his outer left thigh.
I thought the exact same thing. I thought it was the inner right.
Yep. So they fucked up on that then, because you're
Star
not the only
Wars
person.
logic.
Could be. We might have to rewatch it in slow mo.
Yeah.
And then I was like, ooh, he's gonna like it that he found the forger.
Yeah, Mrs. Yeti was like, well, Mrs. Yeti was like, oh, yeah. And she already called when he was looking around. She's like, he must
But-
be looking for his people. Otherwise, because if he was going after bad guys, he wouldn't be all limping around. He wouldn't be doing it hurt.
Yeah, but there's something I want to, and I don't know, Jeff, you may know this, but I feel
What?
that Kelsey and Mrs. Yeti just do not. So, like, they kind of reference it when he meets Bo-Katan, and she's like, "Oh, you're pretty much in a cult, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah, like those are like the surviving members of Death Watch. Like, and I don't know if you know what Death Watch is, but
I
they were
do.
gonna. Okay, so you do, but Kelsey, do you?
Bo-Katan or
No.
yeah, Bo-Katan, right?
No, not Bo-Katan.
Okay.
Like
Mando and
Mando and his
Forger.
little clique, yeah, and fucking Vizsla.
Death
Fuck.
Watch is the ones that came and saved everybody during like the something of tears or whatever.
Well, not only that, but no, they were like a militaristic terrorist cell, like back during like the Clone Wars and shit, who hated the fact that the ruling class in Mandalorian were peaceful.
Well,
So
is that
that's
still
why,
canon or no?
yeah, that's still 100% canon. And that's why they're all like strict with those fucking rules. And so like you can't hold people like Bo-Katan or Boba Fett to those same standards. When you're always like, why is he taking his fucking helmet off?
Well,
It's like,
Boba
well, I
Fett's
mean,
not
it's
a
different.
Mandalorian, so that's why.
Well, he is. He's not a Mandalorian by blood, but neither is Din.
Right, he's a foundling, so he is. He's in, baby.
Yeah, and Django was made into a Mandalorian, so his son is. Yeah. He's just not part of the cult. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
Cody,
Bo-Katan
Cody.
took her helmet off all the time too.
This is
Yeah.
this is too much into the
No,
weeds.
no, it's not in the
Yes,
weeds at all
it
because you're
fucking
always
is.
bitching. You're always bitching like, oh, Boba Fett. Hold on, no.
Dude, no,
Oh
hold
my
on.
God, Boba Fett took off his helmet and was like, so I need to talk to his manager.
That's you, Kelsey. That's
Kelsey,
fucking you.
Kelsey, we're on the same page. Let me do it. Can I do it?
Yeah, do it.
That's not why we're fucking upset that he's taking his helmet off, you dunce. We're upset that he's taking his helmet off because it's fucking lame to have his bald dumbass head when he could have his rad fucking helmet on. I forgot that he's even supposed to be a fucking Mandalorian. I don't fucking care. I care about him being a badass. That's what I'm here to watch. A badass Boba Fett fuck shit up. And when his pussy ass takes his helmet off, you know what the first thing I think is? Nothing's gonna happen in this scene other than some fucking talking. He's gonna have a goddamn dialogue. Yay!
Well, guess what you're gonna have happen next episode, Jeff?
Fennec fucked shit up.
Fennec will kick some ass
nope,
and he'll sit on a throne.
Nope,
He'll get a
everyone's
cramp
gonna
in his
fuck some
leg.
shit up, and he's going to fuck some shit up.
Listen,
dude.
listen.
Even hold on, no, Kelsey, can I just do it one more time? Can I please?
Yep.
And then you.
Yep.
Even if he does fuck shit up, that does not remove my complaint. I've watched 4 fucking episodes of him in it, and he hasn't done shit. Just because they're saving up for him to do some badass shit at the end doesn't mean that they can't have some fucking a trail of breadcrumbs of badassery along the way. All right. And
He's done a lot of stuff.
he walked into a bar and hit some people with a stick.
He did more than that.
He fucked up a train, kinda, but also the warrior guy, the sand person in black, did more fucking up than he did, really.
I mean, you're acting like he doesn't have the ability to do it.
He
Like,
doesn't.
He doesn't. He's old.
oh, he doesn't. So like he didn't fuck people up in season 2 of Mandalorian.
Dude.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, dude, exactly. He fucked shit up then. So why isn't he
Right.
doing? Why isn't he doing that now?
Listen. He didn't even have the fucking balls to ask Mando to come work for him. He had Fennec fucking come.
Dude, she's so right. That is
No,
yet another
no,
thing that he
no,
said.
no,
Yep,
no,
dude.
no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
How much cooler would
Does
have been?
the Godfather go, or does
Dude.
he send someone out?
How much cooler would it have been at the end of that episode to see him and Boba Fett shake hands? That would have been so much cooler.
Rad. Yeah.
Well,
But no,
he's
Fennec
not
does
going
everything.
to. He's
And
going.
he doesn't do anything. Like, he does not do anything. Like, Fennec is the motherfucking
Yeah.
bomb in this show. And she should be the one on the throne.
Kelsey.
And Boba Fett should be doing shit.
Like, I saw Fennec show up and I was immediately like, nah, I don't like
Totally.
this. But she
100%.
did jump down those blocks all by herself. And the actress who plays Fennec is, hold on, the actress who plays her is like 50 years old. So that was kind of impressive.
She jumped down some blocks. Yay.
No, they were pretty high up, dude. She's 50.
Okay, I'll give her that. But damn.
That's pretty impressive because that didn't look CGI to me. It looked like the actress actually jumped down those blocks, and she's a 50-year-old woman. That's decent, man.
Yeah, that's pretty
Dude,
good.
you couldn't do that now, Kelsey. So
That's true. That's true. I admit. It's true.
But yeah,
Props.
she showed up, and I was just like, and it's like, yeah, I turned on the security, and I made her go away, and then she's like, my name's Fennec Shand, and it was like, yeah, of course, fucking A, here she is. Dude, it should have been Boba Fett should have just landed on his jetpack and been like, hello. Or how's his impression go? My name Boba Fett. Hello, brother.
But he knows he's Boba Fett.
So this whole series is
dude,
the
you
book
guys
of...
know that my name Jeff, but I say my name Jeff all the time.
Listen, this whole series is called the Book of Boba Fett, and he didn't even make an appearance at all in this episode.
Dude,
and this is the only episode that we actually liked.
I love that this was basically Mandalorian season 2.5. I love this episode, dude. It was okay. We need to go back to doing this chronological. So where did we leave off? So Mando fucked everybody up with that darksaber, and it was fucking neat. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
and then he comes
in half.
He's got a burn scar. And first of all, he's got the bounty that he was after. His head is in a bag. And then he walks outside. He's got his burn on his leg and he's a little fucked up. And all these like dog-faced dudes who are upset are like standing there. And he's like, look, I just killed your boss. Okay. And there was a lot of money in there that I don't think is on the books with the Republic or anybody. So you guys could divvy that up amongst yourselves if you let me pass. What do you think? And the guys were like, yeah, that's cool. Like that was just it was cool to see him like thinking on his feet and like because he was hurt. Otherwise, he'd just fuck up all them bitches because he's Mando. That's what he does.
Yeah, and I was like, that's badass. Go Mando.
But he was like, hey, look, there's some credits. Maybe you want those credits?
They're not mine. I don't have any claim to those, so have at it.
So slick, dude. I love that.
Yeah, me too. I love it. Why can't Boba be like that? Why can't Boba be cool?
I'll
tell you why. Yeah, Cody. Okay. So here's actually now that you mention it, here's something that I don't think I've articulated on the reviews quite yet. And the whole reason that they made The Mandalorian was because they wanted to make a Boba Fett show, but they didn't want to deal with Boba Fett's baggage. That's what Jon Favreau has said. He didn't want to deal with having he wanted to make his own fresh character, but basically have it be Boba Fett. So that's what he did. That's why IG-88 is in The Mandalorian, but they didn't call him IG-88 because IG-88 is another bounty hunter that's a badass droid, but he has baggage. So they were like, he's IG-11. Huh? And then they just made IG-88 a different number. And so now they didn't have to deal with all this canon and bullshit. So the reason that Mando's so cool is because he's Boba Fett, but by a different name. And then they did something very dumb. Classic Disney fucking up. They were like, oh, Mandalorian did amazing. It set the internet on fire with this baby Yoda and this is the way. And people love this. We want more of this. make
And
a
then
show
they-
about Boba Fett. And then it's like, well, but we just made a show about Boba Fett, but we called him Mando.
Yeah, and then they fucked up Boba Fett so bad that they had to bring Mando back just to bring the ratings back up.
Well, here's what I think. This is speculation between the nerdosphere. They're making an Avengers, basically, but with Star Wars characters. So Boba Fett's going to be one. Mando's going to be one. Ahsoka Tano is going to be one. Gina Carano's character, what was her name in the show?
I don't remember.
Cara Dune.
Cara Dune. Cara Dune was supposed to be one, but then she pointed out the obvious and got fired.
So when you say Boba Fett's gonna be one, you mean Fennec, right?
It's
Yeah, I
not.
meant Fennec.
It's not. It's not Avengers. They're continuing a storyline about Thrawn. Thrawn's going to be the main bad guy in the Ahsoka show, and Ezra's going to be there, and
Continuing
Sabine.
a
It's
storyline
going to
from
be cool.
what?
From Rebels.
And nobody watched Rebels, so we don't know what you're talking about.
It was really good. You should watch it.
Nah. If it's 3D animated, I don't give two shits. Don't give
I
two
mean,
shits. If you didn't care enough to hire an actor, I don't care.
So, I thought you liked Frozen, Jeff.
Ooh.
I mean,
In
not
3D animated.
really.
Yeah,
I watched that
Yes,
because I
it
have
is.
a baby. I would not have
What?
chosen to watch that.
No way, you loved it before.
Yeah.
her.
No, I didn't.
You
no,
get
I
so
no.
you
Kelsey,
get so excited
I
when
had
we
never
talk about
watched it
Disney
until we
princesses.
had our kid.
You get so
Okay.
excited for Disney princesses.
You're just repeating yourself. You're not adding new contributions to the conversation. We did not watch Frozen
Did
until
you?
I had a child.
But did you have to learn the Frozen song on your guitar? No, you took that a step
No, I
further
like that
because you
song.
love it. Yes. see?
Why are we talking about this? Just because I do? Okay, Kelsey, fucking let me turn this on you, you stupid asshole. You're bashing on me for not wanting to watch Rebels. Hey, Kelsey, did you watch fucking Rebels?
No, fuck no.
Why?
Nope, I'm the Star Wars lore master
Exactly.
here. God damn it! I know everything.
Like, you are the Star Wars expert, but you're also a huge stick in the mud on this. Like, when me and you do these, the two of us, you're way more upbeat, and that's why I invited you to be on here with Kelsey and potentially Mrs. Yeti. But you were being a real, like, no, guys, and then you guys, like, dude, for real, change your attitude, because you're being a real bummer.
Listen, we struck a nerve with Yeffy, and now he's going on a Yeff rant like 2021
taken-
Yeff.
Enough shit from the two of you. I really have.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. But Frozen is pretty great, and I fucking love Frozen. So it's okay if you love it.
Frozen 1 sucks. Frozen 2 is real good. They've spent a lot of time and energy on Frozen 2. Yes, welcome to our Boba Fett review. They spent a lot of time on Frozen 2, and I don't feel like it gets nearly enough attention that like it should deserve. And another thing, Kelsey, we watched that Lost in the Woods music video a lot because Baby Yeti loves it. And every time we do, we look at each other and we're like, Kelsey doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
I hate that song.
When it comes to
one song
Star
I
Wars,
hated.
when it comes to Book of Boba Fett, you fucking nail it, man. You are ringing that dinner bell. Just but
I'm
when
an
it
ass
comes to
hamster.
Frozen, when it comes to Frozen 2, you're borderline retarded. Lost in the Woods is fucking golden. Cody, do you know Lost in the Woods?
I heard it one time.
It's
I
like an
think
80s melody. Like
it's not an 80s melody, it's an 80s power ballad, and it's gorgeous.
yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, it is. They even have him singing into pine cones that are hung above him as if it's like a studio mic. Oh my god, Cody. You would love it.
And this is why Yeff loves Frozen.
Seen it the one time. Me and my daughter went to see it in theaters, and then I think that was that. I
You
like
know
the
what?
salamander.
To be honest, I've only seen the movie once. I've heard the songs maybe 100 times.
Oh no, I see. I didn't have to deal with that.
Except for that Anna song. That Anna song is a bummer.
Yeah.
Fuck that song. Okay, back to Book of Boba Fett. So then he takes that head in a bag over to basically a Halo ring from Halo,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. I didn't mind it. Like I'm not saying that as a bash. I'm just saying it reminded me of Halo. And he goes and finds himself some buddy at a table who he did this whole bounty for, so that they would tell him where on that Halo ring his homies were hanging out, and he gets kind of close to where they're hanging out. Then he activates his helmet, and he can see symbols leading him to where they are. Why did he have to do this bounty? Apparently, he knew they were on that ring, and if he disactivated his helmet, he could have tracked him down. And like, are you a bounty hunter or are you not?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he only saw like the 3 symbols, yeah. So like,
Well, why did they
if
put
they,
symbols if they didn't want to be found
well,
by him?
they made it sound like it was kind of like an obscure location. Like, what did they say it was next to?
Some elevator.
Yeah, like, but like it was like some like exhaust port or some shit, I
Do
think.
not get me wrong. I enjoyed this episode. It makes no fucking sense that he had to do a bounty to find out where there were already arrows leading him. He's a bounty hunter. Finding people is his job. And
Well,
another thing that I forgot, when he went to find the dog face man, he had one of those little trackers, right? Those little beepers.
Mhm.
yeah.
I do not understand how those work. I think that they break a lot of Star Wars. I don't like them at all. Basically, you can everybody's kind of tagged mythically, and they can just have a little hockey puck put
Well,
on them, and then it just leads it to them. That's
I don't
stupid.
know if this is right, but you could think of it as the Empire might have done a legitimate tagging system, and therefore, like the bounty hunters, the criminals, like hack into it and try to do it that way. But that's just speculation.
If they explain that, that would be something. And it would be like, dude, that would never happen. That the fucking Empire would tag everybody. But then you
Everybody,
look at
it would be hard.
then you look at what's going on with modern day vax requirements, and it's like, huh, well, maybe it's possible. Maybe they'd get like 60, 70%. So I don't know, maybe. But like, remember, Grogu had one on him, and like Grogu just then
Yeah,
was able to
Grogu
be
was secret, yeah. So
he was
yeah,
able
that
to be
don't make
tracked
sense.
by everybody all of a sudden. Like,
Yeah,
remember that episode
yeah.
2, I think, of season 2. Anyway, so he finds his homeboys. He finds the forger. Finds some fat ass who's a dick apparently.
Vizsla, yeah, he was there before. He
Yeah, I
was
remember.
in,
He even
yeah.
said thank you. They referenced. But dude, I'm not gonna remember his name. So he's just in my book. He's fat ass. But like, to be fair, I call like actual people. Like, I have family members that I call Tommy Bahama. They're in-laws, but I don't know his name. I call him Tommy Bahama, and then she has another cousin called like I call Mini Dwight. 'cause he
Do
looks
I
like
have a nickname?
Dwight from The Office?
Yeah, call girl number 2.
Call girl number 2, dude.
No, that's not what you call me when you talk to Mrs. Yeti about me. Like,
No,
what is my nickname?
I was gonna just say dumbass, but no, it's
Oh.
Kelsey.
See, there's no nickname. Like, you've got Moneybags, and you've got Lore Master, and you had Ace Guy, which was
Does
like great.
Everybody want a nickname now.
Everyone has a fucking great nickname except for me.
Stop making this into a fucking cult, Kelsey.
But it's familiar and I like it.
Kelsey, yes, yes,
Okay.
dude. Fucking hold on, that was fucking great. I didn't even get it at first. And I was like, oh, yeah, that was great,
Yeah,
Kelsey.
thank you.
Okay, well, I have to think about it for a little bit. I
All
can't
right.
just unless it comes off the cuff, then I gotta give it some thought. Snowflake is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just we've called you
Alright.
Kelsey for so long, I don't know if it'll stick.
Well, we'll see. It'll come one of these days. But I've been your homegirl since forever.
Thinking Snowflake is it.
Ace Guy was a homeboy for longer. You saw how that went.
Did you listen to the song I sent you?
I did, and like, it's funny, but do you want me to just copy what you did?
Kind of. Well, I was gonna do it, and then I
He's
was
like,
like,
kinda.
I was gonna get. Then I thought, well, I should give it to Cody since it's Cody's thing, and he's basically usurping Ace Guy on the podcast, so it would make sense for you to sing it.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Well-
work on the lyrics and then just send it to you.
No one else knows what we're talking about.
Yeah,
though.
no one else knows what we're talking about.
So
Yeah,
Stay
let's move
so-
along.
tuned to episode 86 of 8750. Somebody's mic is rubbing.
It's me. Sorry.
Stay tuned to episode 86 of 8750 and you will hear what we're talking about. So this is a little taste, a little preview, a little taster. Hey, I'm Mountain Fauci. Oh man, they struck down the vaccine mandates and I'm furious.
No,
Oh.
I want you to do your impression of Spider. Because that was the best.
Yes, Guardian. I'm basically tired all the time. I'm Boba Fett in about 10 years. I
have
just
the
sit on the
diabetes.
throne And I've got type 2 diabetes. But I have a special ghost that tests my blood sugar.
But Jeff, he's all
Yeah.
healed.
Oh
He's good now.
my god. I
He's
have
all
the
healed.
diabetes.
Dude, I was having fun on stream today. Cody, you never come to my streams anymore.
That was
I'm
so
at
funny.
work.
Well, they are recorded and available to be viewed at a later date. So
You didn't even know I was listening because I was driving, so I couldn't really respond, but I could listen, and I was just dying. I was like,
that's funny.
this is the fucking best spider impression I've ever heard.
I've been getting really good at just mumbling to myself until somebody responds in the chat. It's to the point where I don't even realize that I'm streaming anymore. And then all of a sudden a chat bubble pops up and I'm like, oh, hi. I was just talking like Spider.
Yeah,
I have a
to
bounty.
yourself.
Go see my
So-
emo friend. He'll have you track down a worm. Cody, you
So-
would fucking love Destiny.
You would. So great.
All right. So Boba Fett.
Yeah,
Book
dude.
of. I thought that you'd like I said that you'd be happy that they found the Forger, and
Yep.
but
I
then
like
like
the Forge.
things got weird, right? Didn't
Why?
things get a little weird? Because
Why?
she was all like, "Oh hey, you've got that fucking spear, huh? Fuck that shit. That
Yeah.
shit could hurt us." And I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, hold on now. Why? Because like, why wouldn't you want to make weapons out of Beskar?
But
They're
there's
like-
only
No?
3 Mandos left.
No, there's
Well-
not only 3 Mandos left.
But
There's
that's what
only
she
3
said.
in her little cult. God damn it!
Okay. I was right before she melted the spear. Because, okay, Lauretta. So Mando has this cool ass spear that can block lightsabers, and it's rad. Like, he got it in battle.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Because it's
And
made out of Beskar.
Yeah, it's made out of Beskar. It's a really tough metal. It's like the platinum of
It's the best.
it's the best of Star Wars universe. So anyway, I was just thinking before she's like, let me melt that. I was like, dude, it's so cool that Mando has like all these different weapons that we
Yeah.
know how he got them. We know what their purpose is. Like when he's fighting, it's like, oh, dude, go for your fucking spear. And then he does, and you're like, yeah, dude, he did what I thought he
Yeah.
was gonna do. Fuck yeah. And then she's like, now let me melt this down. Because it could pierce other Beskar steel, and we don't want that. But by the way,
Yeah.
that's not how metal works. Like if something's the same hardness as something else, it won't go
Yeah, it
through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just this. It's just same.
But I
Mm.
didn't care because he wanted to turn it into something for Grogu, the little
Yeah.
baby Yoda.
Yeah, so that did make it okay, right?
Yeah, it did. In my mind.
Hold on.
Now-
That spear was enormous, and she
Yeah.
handed him basically what looked like a tangerine wrapped up in a cloth.
I'm
Now,
pretty
did you
sure
guys
Yeah.
notice
it
that
was
that
this-
cloth was wrapped to look like his ears?
Like,
totally.
Yeah, I was gonna
100%.
ask if you did. Yeah,
I
yeah.
noticed.
It
I didn't
was all
notice it then.
cute.
I noticed when he was on the space bus.
But
Yeah, you
we'll get
don't
to-
notice it when she hands it to him.
We'll get
Wasn't
to the
it
space
shaped-
bus.
wasn't it shaped like that little toy he liked to play with that was like the
The ball.
yeah, the little ball stick shift thingy?
No, it was shaped like Grogu's head.
It was
It,
shaped
like
like
had
him,
big
yeah.
ears.
The wrapping was because the way she tied it.
We didn't see what was in it.
Yeah, we didn't
just
see what was
saw,
in it.
We saw basically like chainmail chains.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
don't
then
know what
that's it.
those were.
But I thought
Was that
he
it?
saved didn't he save the ball from the wreckage of his ship?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So it can't be that. So it's gotta be something else. But it was
Well,
super,
it's armor, Kelsey.
It was super adorbs.
Wait, did you
Like-
think that he was going to give Grogu the ball?
Yeah.
Kelsey, he just had the
Beskar.
the forger make
know.
armor out of Beskar.
But I was thinking she
Yeah.
like made a ball out of it.
Kelsey, that's not armor.
Okay, that's fair.
Long pause. Okay,
That's fair.
that
Kelsey.
spear
Well,
was
so
a-
do you think that they made him like a little like fucking chainmail Kevlar suit?
That's what I think.
Like a little undershirt like Frodo had, the
Yeah.
mithril?
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. I saw those little coins falling, and I thought
Yeah.
chainmail. So yeah, I do kind of
Yeah.
think that that's what he's got.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Aw.
fucking badass. And
Um,
like where
I
they
will
called
say
him
this.
a foundling?
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna give him a little helmet with big ears?
Yes.
I hope so. I
So
really
that
do.
spear was enormous, and all they made was basically the shape of a tangerine out of armor. Like, what the hell happened to the rest of the spear? Because no way, dude. I call bullshit on that one.
Oh well, I mean, it's a cult. It's all about making money, Jeff.
True. That's how on Yeti to Yeti, because on episode 85 we discussed is 8750 a cult, and I think yeah, kind of, and I'm proud of that. But
But
I'm not
didn't you
doing a very
said-
good job because I'm not
Yeah,
making
but-
nearly enough money.
Well, you said I'm not making any money, and I was like, "Oh, I'm strike that from the fucking record."
Oh, bro,
Objection, Your
we're
Honor.
doing the taxes for 2021, and it's coming in at shy of $1,000. So, and that is
Hey,
off
that's
of
not bad.
that's 8 months of work. 8 months of work.
But then you get taxed on like 30% of it. So
Yeah.
you might see maybe 700.
Yeah,
But
Well,
even
but
then,
hold
8
on.
months of work.
Hold on.
Cody,
You
Mr.
can-
Moneybags here hasn't contributed at all in several months.
He's broke right now, so we ain't gonna touch on that.
Okay.
Yeah, Kelsey, it sucks.
Okay. All
You can
right.
call me empty money bags, god damn it.
You can call him Po Boy.
Just you
Po
can call
boy.
them fucking stupid sad sacks.
You'll get your
Sad
moniker. Sad Sacks.
love it.
Yes, Moneybags is now Sad Sacks.
Fucking
Fuck
sad
yeah,
sacks.
bro.
That's great. That was a good one. Sad.
Sad Sacks. This is why when people don't watch The Mandalorian, like Kayla doesn't watch The Mandalorian, so she doesn't listen to the reviews.
But
You're
she loves
missing out.
this.
We rarely talk about we rarely talk about Boba Fett, all right? Kelsey, your mic is rubbing like a motherfucker.
Hold it, Kelsey. If you keep rubbing your mic, I'm just gonna start vaping. All
I
right,
am
that's how this is
holding
gonna
it,
work.
But I'm
We're gonna
giggling.
make Jeff's sensory fucking
No.
sensitivity go crazy.
You'll notice that Sad Sacks can still afford vape nicotine. Priorities.
Hey, that's pretty cheap. Okay.
Dude, I
I
remember
I
when we
can't
quit
afford to
vaping.
have.
We quit vaping and it was a fucking nightmare. Like vape addiction is real.
You guys used
Well,
to
it's
vape?
nicotine
Yeah, dude.
addiction. It's
Did you-
nicotine.
Did you guys vape when I was friends with you?
Probably. We didn't really like do it in public. We didn't want it to be like a well-known thing, but yeah, man, we were on that vape and it was fucking goo.
Well, did you
Oh.
ever smoke cigarettes, Jeff?
No.
Okay. Well, I used to smoke cigarettes, and vaping helped me quit cigarettes. And yeah, it's trading one for another, but vaping's still like way cheaper than smoking
Well, here's the
cigarettes.
thing about vape that's undeniable. It smells and tastes great. You could do it in your car and then
Mhm.
walk into your job and no one can tell.
That's very true.
Dude,
Do you
so
know
no harm, no
I-
foul.
I vape in my office at work.
Yeah, nobody will probably notice unless they see you do it. They'll probably be
They-
like, "Did you spray an air freshener?" And you'll be like, "Yeah."
And now you're
they
teaching
just-
all the kids out there how to
No,
avoid
no, no,
I'm
no,
teaching
no,
the kids
no,
out
no,
there
no,
that
no,
being
no.
hooked on that vape is a motherfucker. It sucks to get off of that.
Look, kids, there's no point to start smoking, so just don't. And
it's
you
way
don't need to start
easier to
vaping.
not.
But also,
We only
like,
did
if
it for a
you-
short time, Kelsey, but yeah. Woof.
if you vape without nicotine, then the only habit you could form is like just like a physical thing, and then you could just trade that out for toothpicks. So don't worry about it.
I don't
It's
get why you'd
probably-
vape without nicotine. That makes
It's
no sense.
probably a good thing I never did hookah with you guys because I only did hookah once.
Did
I-
hookah. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And well, I only
Fucking
went,
old lady.
I don't know what the link. I only did it once. I went
Yeah.
You
once.
smoke hookah. You don't do it. That makes
Well-
it sound like it's heroin.
I smoked hookah once and I got
Yeah.
so sick from it I couldn't
Yeah.
even handle my life.
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
But it tasted
did you try to
delicious.
hold it in? Did you hold it in? Like hookah's got a ridiculous amount of nicotine in it.
Hookah is what got me onto vape. So hookah, it's like vape was a step down. Like hookah pipe was my fucking. I liked smoking me a hookah pipe, and then I found out about vape, and I was like, dude, I don't have to go to a place to do this. I can just have it, and it
I mean,
doesn't smell like ass, and it tastes better. Love it.
so
What?
side
Okay,
story.
no. We
No,
got to get
just
back
real
on.
quick.
Okay,
It'll
fine,
be
go.
fine. It'll
Go.
be fine. I used to work at a hookah shop.
Yeah, okay.
Of
And
course you did.
yeah. And we had this special flavor that only a few people knew about. It was called pumpkin. Now, we didn't sell a pumpkin flavor. You would get the watermelon,
Your
but
secret flavor was called pumpkin.
just listen, this is why.
It
So
had
there
weed
was
in it,
watermelon,
Oh
yeah,
my
and then you put weed in there, and then when you burned it, it smelled and tasted like pumpkin. So we just called it pumpkin, and people who didn't know would be like, "Ooh, can I get some of that pumpkin one?" We're like, "Nah, bitch, you can't have shit." All right, back to Boba Fett.
Back to
So,
Boba Fett.
so he wants to fight, right, over the shit, or
No,
like
we didn't get to that.
No, yeah. So she's like, all right, you gotta get trained with the dark saber.
So yeah, he's getting trained with the dark saber, which I thought was cool. I thought that was a cool moment. I didn't realize that her tools can also not be hit by a lightsaber, so that's a nifty. So like a lot of shit can just block lightsabers, apparently.
No, I think all of her shit's Beskar.
Apparently it is. But you see how it's like lightsabers used to be the end all be all, like that shit cut through anything, and then they're like, well, it's got some limitations now because story.
Just because of the Beskar, and that's always been the case. But there's at least one other thing. Oh no, two. One of them's not canon, so I won't mention it. But vibroblades, which were blades that vibrated, they could also block lightsabers.
Wasn't one of those in this episode? A vibroblade was in this episode. The fat guy pulled it out.
Why are we talking
I'd have
about
to look that up.
vibrators?
No, it's vibroblade.
Okay,
But
so
you're
let's
right.
just get there.
You're
real
right.
quick.
That was a vibroblade, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sure was a vibrator.
Mando's having issues wielding that dark saber because he's like fighting it, or he's like trying to overpower it with his muscles and not his mind. And so it just keeps getting heavier and heavier, and she's whooping his ass. It's funny, he fell off of that plank that they were training on, and then he just uses his jetpack and comes back. See, if that was Boba Fett, dude, he just would have died then. That'd have been the end of Boba Fett because he forgets he has a jetpack at all times.
Well, his jetpack malfunctions a lot.
Yeah, true. Return of the Jedi joke, Kelsey.
And season 2 Mandalorian when he smacks Cobb Vanth in the back with it and he takes off fucking flying.
Oh, I didn't. I need to watch season 2 of Mando again. I've only seen it once.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'll
so
get there.
good.
So
But there was a quote that the forger said that was like, persistence without insight will lead to the same outcome.
Yeah.
And I kind of liked that.
That is good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That's deep.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice.
It was nice.
But so yeah, like in the middle of those two dueling, Fat Boy Vizsla shows up.
And Fat Boy is like, my clan is the one who forged that dark saber. So I'm challenging you to a battle right now because you can only wield the dark saber if you win it in combat, which Mando did. And so now it's game on. So, and then he pulls out, he's got a little shield on his left wrist, and then he's got a vibroblade. I didn't know that's what it was called. I called it an electric knife in my notes because it was like.
We'll have to look it up just to make sure. But like, again, this is referencing from a video game, so that could be even more just stupid plot reasons.
There's going to be a video game reference coming up. I don't know if you caught
yes,
it. There is. You played,
no.
You did.
Oh,
you
I
played
caught
Fallen
it
Order?
as a motherfucker. Oh,
Okay.
absolutely, dude. Kelsey has no idea what we're talking about.
Nope.
We'll explain in a minute.
I was like, oh, are you talking about when he went on like the Star Walk when he met
Kelsey.
the forger? Because that was totally in Destiny, the last raid that was out.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's Star Walk. Oh, man, this is giving me flashbacks and really bad PTSD from trying to jump on their fucking jumping puzzle in Destiny 2 in the last raid.
Destiny's fun.
Yeah. Okay, continue.
Cody, you would have so much fun playing Destiny. Anyway, so Fat Boy challenges Mando to a fight. And I was like, yes, badass moment. They both take off their jetpacks, which I thought meant that probably Fat Boy was going to get yeeted off of that gangplank.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought was going to happen, but that didn't happen. So he is basically kicking Mando's ass because Mando's using the darksaber. And then he gets the darksaber knocked out of his hand. So then it's just basically him versus him. And then Mando fucks up Fat Boy. And
Fat Boy had a little energy shield. That was cool.
That was cool. And so Fat Boy gets fucked up, and then he's just holding a knife to Fat Boy's throat. And then the forger chick comes up and is like, we've seen enough.
I thought he was going to kill him.
I know. I was like, hey, man, game on. Well, when he fucked all those piggy boys up, or dog face guys in that meat shop, I was like, damn, dude, Mando, you don't fuck with Mando. He'll fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he will just kill this guy and he'll just go, it's the way. But instead, the chick is like, hey, Fat Boy, have you ever taken off your helmet? And he's like, never. I'd never do that. And then she's like, hey, Mando, you ever take off yours? And he's like, And then she's like, you ever take it off? And he's like, He's like, no, hey, Mando, for real, though. You ever take that helmet off? And he's like, yeah, I've taken it off. So, like, where did that fucking question come from?
She's asked him that before.
Yeah, she's asked him.
Several times, actually. Before she would forge his weapons, actually, she would ask him that.
And he just never answered, or the answer was always no?
The answer was always no. Yeah.
So she just checks in periodically if your helmets come off?
Yeah, before
Well,
she would forge a weapon, which is weird because she didn't ask him before forging this time.
yeah.
She did it after. And did they mention his name was Din Djarin in Mando? Because I
Yeah.
was like, kind of
Yes.
okay. I must have missed that somehow because I was like, what the fuck?
We found out his name towards the end of season 1,
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
think. Because you didn't know
Which
his name the
was
whole time,
which is also the first time he takes his helmet off is the end of
right?
season 1. But he did it in front of a droid, IG-11, that
Who then blew
died,
up. So does it count?
so it didn't count. But now he felt obligated because of the Grogu, and it was in front of
Because, yeah, he
everyone
took it
else
off
too.
again, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah, for
well,
Grogu. That's
Yeah.
right.
not only
And
that's well, hold on, yeah, not only Grogu, but with
and with
Bill
Bill
Burr.
Burr. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Cody, the Star Wars I've seen, I fucking know.
Yeah.
Unless it's season 2, then hit or miss. We watched that episode when we were in the hospital with Baby Yeti.
Bill Burr's so great.
Bill Burr was pretty good in there.
I was pretty happy that he joined.
Yeah, I do like Bill Burr. He does a good job. We've seen him live.
Ooh, I bet that was great.
It was fun.
Because when he gets heckled, it's actually funny what he says to people.
It certainly is. Yeah, I know, right? On like fucking Crystalia. Did you guys like that picture
Yeah.
of me with Crystalia? I
Yeah,
wasn't lying, right? He looks
you have
fucking
better eyebrows than
bored.
him.
I sure
Yeah.
do.
Yep.
So, hey, dear listener, if you're enjoying these Book of Boba Fett reviews, you could sign up for the 8750 Patreon. I bet Lauretta will put in a nice little like link right here, like so. Hey, because we're on YouTube now. The Book of Boba Fett reviews are. So I bet you
Yeah.
she'll put in like, here's how you get to the Patreon, and then you get to get into the Discord, and you get to see pictures of me with Crystalia, and Crystalia looks fucking not psyched, not psyched at all, dude. He's just like, ugh.
Here's this fucking guy.
Look at this fucking guy. I know, dude. He was so bummed. Like, okay, Chris.
You
So
were
that's
so
why
happy.
when he got blown up and he got all canceled or whatever, like the reason he got canceled was kind of like not great. But I think getting canceled is lame. But fuck that guy. So
Yeah. So
anyway,
now, so the Mando gets because he had to admit that he took his helmet off. She was like, the only way to redeem yourself is to go back to Mandalore and wash yourself in the mines underneath Mandalore. And he was like, those were all destroyed in the Great Purge. And she was like, this
figure
is
it
the
out.
way.
Yeah, figure it out, homeboy.
Yeah.
So
and
here's what I think. Two things. One, it could be, well, either he's going to figure out how to use the dark blade and he's going to use it in this upcoming war with Boba, or he's going to have to go figure out those mines, and that's where he'll figure out how to use the dark blade.
Yeah.
I think he's going to just really slowly learn how to figure it out, especially over season 3. Like he'll probably use it some more in this, but like I mean he's gonna be able to like fight, I think, like Jedi basically.
Grogu's gonna help a homeboy out, and he's gonna
Probably.
tell him what to do with the dark saber. I
When
feel
does
like
season 3 of Mando come out? Do we know?
It's already filming, so
Filming. Kelsey,
or
your
it
mic.
might be done.
sorry.
But I did see something that said sooner than you think, so maybe we're lucky and it comes out in October.
All right,
Nice.
we gotta move on. So then he like goes to
What?
the
No,
the
then the next part that I knew Jeff wouldn't be happy about. Who came in,
What?
Jeff?
The little, wait a minute. Who came in is that little robot that I love.
Yeah, but
He's from
whose
Star
robot
Tours.
is it?
What do you mean? Oh, no, we're
Shit.
not even there yet because he has to go check his weapons because he's taking the
Yeah.
motherfucking space bus.
with
doesn't have
robot
his-
TSA.
Yeah, so robot TSA is like, you got to check all your weapons. I was like, oh no, Darksaber's getting stolen for sure. But then it was like, that would be a lot to add to his story. That then he'd have to go figure that out. And it's like, I don't know if they'd do all that. But then again, he did have a whole shipbuilding thing. So anyway, so he has to check his TSA and he has to get on the space bus so that he can get back to Tatooine. Now, here's what Mrs. Yeti said, and she's got a great point. How the fuck did he get to the Halo ring? Because he's carrying a head in a bag and all of his weapons. But then when he was asked to remove his weapons, and he's like, it's part of my religion, I don't have to. And the droid was like, nope. Well, it's like, how did he get to Halo ring then?
I kind of took it as the butcher shop was on Halo Ring.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Huh. I didn't think of that. I guess.
Yeah. I thought it was all just part of it.
Yeah,
I guess
that's what I thought.
Okay, so whatever. So then he's on the space bus and he's getting looked at by some kid. Now here's an interesting thing. He's getting looked at like some kid that was the guy that Han Solo shot, Greedo or whatever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Remember?
Herodian.
Yeah. And it's one of those type of children, which whatever. But then in the art at the very end of the episode, they showed the artwork of what the kid was supposed to be. It's supposed to be a human kid, and he's got a little X-Wing toy in his hand. That would have been better. It should have been a kid with an X-Wing toy. That'd have been great.
I didn't see that artwork, so I can't comment.
At the
but
end, they do the like art, and
Yeah,
it
they
was.
do
well, my first thought was, why does he attract baby aliens? Like,
Yeah,
why?
that's fair.
Baby aliens just fucking love the Mando.
I mean, kids in general.
Yeah, it's a lot like Yeti Yeff,
Yeah, like Yeff touches kids.
right in their soul,
Yeah, Jeff touches kids' holes.
kids' souls.
Yeah, that's what I said. Jeff touches kids' holes.
Yes, kids' souls.
Yeah, kids'
feel
holes.
like kids' souls.
That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta pay the troll toll if you want the boys' hole.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get in. Yeah, Sunny reference. All right. So then he goes, and then we cut over to Amy Sedaris. Dude, we were just talking
Yeah.
about Amy Sedaris.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
On
see, I
episode
saw that and I
85.
was like, he's gonna love it. He's gonna love
Yeah,
it
dude,
so
I
much.
did. And she was in this episode all over the place, and she got to be funny. I
Mhm.
love Amy Sedaris. She's great. And she had a droid with her. And this new droid, Kelsey, you probably saw it, had like 2 legs.
Yep.
And it was all over the place. That's from Jedi Fallen Order. And she
Yeah.
even called it BD. And I'm pretty sure that
Mhm.
was its name in Jedi Fallen Order.
I think it was BD-55 in Jedi Fallen Order, so I guess we'll figure out if it's that droid or if it's just one of those models.
Well, the references were fucking all over the place in this episode. So if it was BD-55, I bet you she would have been like, yeah, this droid used to work for a Jedi or something like that.
Well, maybe she didn't know that, though.
Maybe. I'm just saying. It's cool. I've always liked that droid. In that game, I was like, this droid is so fucking neat. I love him. So I'm glad that he's around.
I will tell you that, like, her interactions with the Jawas were probably the best Star Wars comedy that's ever been put to screen.
It's definitely some of the funniest that's been in any of the new Star Wars, that's for sure, and the old Star Wars for that, like the prequels. Yeah, dude. Amy Sedaris is fucking hilarious. I love her. That's why I don't understand why Kayla doesn't like her.
Like the fact that she spoke Jawa speak to him was just so good, and she dated a Jawa. And
that
she
part
said
was
they're
funny.
furry. They're
They're furry
furry.
underneath.
They're like me.
So that's what you should do. Instead of cosplaying as Kylo Ren, you should cosplay as a fucking Jawa.
I'm too tall to be a Jawa, Jeff.
Just fucking go on your knees and you're there.
That hasn't stopped you from being Kylo Ren.
That's also true.
Because I'm too short. Now you're a height supremacist, asshole.
No, I was talking about another.
Oh my
area.
God! Don't fat shame me. I'm Cody-sized Kylo Ren. God damn it!
My name is Kylo Ren, and I've got type 2 diabetes.
No, it's that fucking meme, Kylo Ren and Kylo Stimpy.
Yeah,
now you're gonna be a bald Kylo Ren.
I'm gonna use Rogaine. This
Listen.
shit ain't going anywhere.
Listen, Jeff told me that I have good hair. I just need a haircut. So you shut up, Kelsey. I'm not getting no fucking baldness.
Yeah, until next year.
Oh my God.
Dude,
No.
just be happy that your head is dent free. All right.
Like I'm feeling to make sure it is. Yeah, I'm dent free. I've got a nice head.
That's good.
Oh, Yeffy, I was gonna tell you, I felt your dent when we were at one of those like little meetups in Golden.
Oh, okay. Community day.
Yeah, it was like community day, but it was like at night, and we had like a little bonfire thing going.
Yeah. Like where you would lure. Okay, we're
Yep.
in the weeds.
Oh, it was a lure party. Yeah,
lure party.
Yeah.
So Cody, you
And
can put
Mrs. Yeti was
lures
there.
on Pokestops.
You sure
and
can.
There's this one area in Golden where 4 stops are right next to each other, and if you lure all 4 of those bad boys, you can just catch and catch and catch. So it was like a Stardust event. And so we just went and got like 2 million Stardust and just hung out together.
We
It was
ate
fun.
snacks and listened to music and hung out, and Mrs. Yeti was there, and you let me touch your dent.
Yep.
We don't have 4, but we have 3 in a park that's pretty close to my place now. So we used to do that similar. It was pretty fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kelsey, you've been inside me.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's fun though.
Well,
Yeah,
she got the
it was
boys' hole.
something.
That's the boys' hole. All right. So Amy Sedaris is there. She's fucking awesome. And then the droid from
Jedi Fallen Order.
That was pretty awesome. And
Yeah.
then she's like, I don't have a, well, he's like, because I want a new ship because his ship got blown up, the Razor Crest. And he's like, I thought you had a new Razor Crest. And she's like, well, I didn't say that. I said I had a good replacement for the Razor Crest. And she unveils, we thought it was going to be a pod racer, which would have made no sense.
Right.
But it was a Naboo starfighter from episode 1. And it was like, oh,
Yeah.
dude, he should see if it can spin. That's a neat trick.
If it could spin.
Mhm.
What do you mean?
That's what Anakin says when he's flying one. He's like, I'll try spinning. That's a neat trick.
Oh.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you got me.
Nah, I got you.
You
So
got me.
he's like, I don't want this piece of shit. And she's like, okay, then take your money back then. And he's like, and she's like, let me just tell you about it. And so she's like, first of all, I didn't expect you to be here so soon. So I can make it look better than this.
Yeah, she like goes on this like used car salesman pitch.
Yeah.
Which was pretty funny because she's like, and if you just take off this rat nest here and then you just take care of this and this and like like all these
She's
shitty
like,
parts
"Oh,
about it.
Don't disturb the nest." And there's like these little critters in it, and she just pushes it back to where she got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Amy
leave that alone.
Sedaris is golden, dude. She's great.
And then she makes him help, which was so funny because he's like paying her for this thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, it would go a lot faster if you helped. And then he's like, oh, fuck. All
But
right.
it was cool, though. That's what I love about Mandalorian, especially, is like we know so many details about all of his shit. Like we know why he's got that mud horn on his armor. It's like, I know why he's got that. I know why he's got that spear. I know why he's got that dark saber. I know how and why he built his ship. It's cool that we know all that backstory about that guy. Like,
And he made a hot rod.
Yeah, basically he made a I was gonna call it a muscle car, but yeah, he made a hot rod out of it.
Yeah.
Now,
And you know what?
Cool.
It actually matches the decor around. Like it's not like one of those little Vespas they were driving. It was a piece of shit that they fixed up using spare parts, and
like I've been saying,
like
it looks like a piece of shit that they put some work into. It looks like they tried to polish that piece of shit up. Yes, Kelsey. Yes, you didn't look at that thing and go, that stands out and doesn't look right at all. Like those Vespas. You were like, yeah, dude, it looks like it. Like it even has like it looks like a supercharger on the top of it.
Totally.
Like an old hot rod. Like yes, it's fucking perfect. They clearly care way more about the Mandalorian than they do Boba Fett. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I was like, who directed this one and who like produced this one? Because it's got to be different than the Book of Boba Fett. Like this specific episode had a totally different team.
Dallas Howard did it?
Bryce Dallas Howard directed it.
Wow. Now, Kelsey, do you know who that is?
Yes, I do actually know who that is. It's a female director who is Ron Howard's daughter.
Yep. And she's in what movie?
Oh, I can see her now, but I... Jurassic Park.
World.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's the love interest of Chris Pratt.
Yep,
oh,
that's right.
Yeah. And she runs in heels really well through the jungle.
Yeah, she does. An interesting fact, her dad, Ron Howard, technically directed Solo.
Yep, he came in and redid it after they fired Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
That's right.
But yeah, so they make the little hot rod, and she's and like, take it up for a run.
Well, hold on. Before we talk about that, we got to talk about the evacuation button that she very specifically pointed out.
Yeah.
Like, if you're ever in trouble, you just flick this and you push this button and it'll get you out of there.
Yeah, which comes up.
Yeah.
No, we got to actually take Kelsey, your mic. We got to go back slightly. And so usually a droid goes into one of those. And I even called that out when they were fixing it. I was like, isn't there a droid thing for like when Anakin got in there, didn't R2D2 get in there too? And it was like, yeah. And so there sure is a little pot. And I was like, dude, please tell me that BD, that little robot, because you saw BD was helping him along the way. He was like showing him where the panel went and he had the flashlight and it was helping. I was like, maybe it's like, oh, well, some droid's got to go in there. And you and this droid have been getting along and maybe
they talk about that.
But she's like, yeah, well, I knew that you wouldn't want a droid, so I just sealed it up. Dude, Grogu's gonna go in there.
Yeah,
Obviously.
because
Here's the
he
problem,
hates
though.
droids. He's always hated droids, so
Right.
that like tracks.
Here's
it
the
does track.
problem, though, right? So, like, he's a bounty hunter. Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah, that was the
on
other
his
thing I was gonna
razor,
point out.
yeah, on his Razor Crest, he literally had like his own little, let's put motherfuckers into carbonite. I could store
Yep.
several of them in here.
Yep.
He has room for a guest.
I know.
He has
he
room for their
one.
head.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
if he can bring him in cold.
Mrs. Yeti said the exact same thing. She's like, dude, the other ship was big for a reason. He had to like keep a bunch of shit in there. Like that was his mobile war closet. And it was like, yeah, that's true. What the fuck? Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe here's the thought I had. Maybe his next ship is big enough he can park his cool ship inside it.
Ooh, that would be cool.
And I have one complaint. And it goes with this. Like, so it was, you already mentioned it, but he was like, I thought you said you had another Razor Crest.
Yeah.
And so instead of his ship being called the Razor
Crest. It's just
that
a Razor Crest.
yeah, that implies it's like the class of that gunship.
Super lame. Super lame.
Because the Millennium Falcon isn't a class of ship.
No,
That's
it's
like
a
a
T8.
Corellian.
Corellian T, whatever.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
like, what
Very
happened to
dumb.
naming ships? That's so
very,
cool.
very, very fucking dumb. You know that they did that just because of Slave One and that debacle.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's why they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Because now they're just gonna call it by the class of ship and not give it a name. Yep. Fucking stupid.
And
if they start calling all Corellian freighters Millennium Falcons, I'll probably go find Kathleen Kennedy and poop on her desk.
No, the Millennium Falcon they won't touch, but they'll definitely touch the Razor Crest. They don't give a shit. Like that's fine. That's not been around long enough for people to care.
So before the ship was done, did you guys notice that it had like one of those like cut scenes before she like wheels the ship out for him to test drive? And there's a fucking dragon on a cliff.
Oh like a rooster going like
I was like, what the fuck? There's dragons on Tatooine? Like,
I thought the exact same thing. They just keep apparently Tatooine had a bunch of shit in it that we never knew about.
Yeah, we just because we didn't spend we spent a lot of time, but we didn't spend a lot of time looking on the outskirts of towns in Tatooine.
Kelsey, your goddamn mic, hold it.
Sorry, I accidentally.
For the love of fucking God.
I was holding it, but that time it was my finger that rubbed on it. So sorry.
Kelsey, I hold my mic the whole time. I never let it go.
I was holding it. It's just that I get distracted and then
Can
I have
I
to
just
like
say
adjust.
this? Cody, when I was always ragging on you for your audio and your audio quality, I bet you at times you might have thought I was just being mean to you. No. I am totally fair, dude. I wasn't just being a dick to you. It's because it was fucking up. Now that your shit's good, your shit's good.
Yeah, my shit's good, Kelsey. Get your shit right.
And now I'm on to Kelsey. Like, I'm a mean bastard, but I at
you're
least
fair.
have a reason. I'm fair. Oh, can we go back a second to that space bus? Do you think that they had that space bus in there because that's what, Kelsey? Do you think that that's what the what
100% what they're going to be taking you into the Galactic Hotel in?
Yeah, well, is that the Galactic Hotel?
I don't think no, not that ship. Because
I think that's what the Star Cruiser looks like.
No, it looks different. Trust me on that, because like it's supposed to be a luxury cruise ship, not a Greyhound. That's what they are.
Kelsey, don't make me get legitimately mad.
What?
At a certain point, you're right. It does look different. Yeah, it looks kind of like Princess Leia's Corvette ship or whatever it was called. Yeah, it looks slightly like that, but on steroids.
Yeah.
Well, because Kelsey, we're crossing into the realm of like you clearly don't give a shit about my podcasts, and that's not cool.
Okay, I hear you.
Like I get it, you're making a joke, but shut the fuck up. Dude, you guys should not have let 2021 Jeff come back.
Dwight, take it back.
He's hard to get away, man.
Take it back, Dwight.
2021 Yeff fucking rips.
2021 Yeff is like a vape.
Yeah, dude, he's hard to quit.
Yeah,
dude, I'll vape.
You give him one puff and he is back.
Yes, terrible.
Hey, to be fair though, I got on Mrs. Yeti's ass for making noises on purpose, so that tracks.
Yeah.
If it was character development, that tracks.
But so yeah, he takes the ship up and he's flying it around and he bitches at her. He's like, "It's kind of a little bumpy," and she's like, "Yeah, 'cause you're flying it like a gunship, dumbass. Open that bitch up."
Yeah. And then he's like, all right. And then he went through the canyon that was in the pod racing scene in episode 1.
Beggars
That was
Canyon.
cool. And he went through Baker's Canyon where Luke used to go shoot womp rats. And we
Yeah.
even saw a womp
Solo.
rat.
Yeah. We sure did. It was pretty
The
cool.
references
It
were
was funny because like
fast and loose.
when he shot towards the canyon, I was like, I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck, boy. And then he just takes off up into space and
Yeah.
he like
Dude.
does like a drive-by and he like waves at that little Rhodian kid again.
I loved that part. He like looks over and he nods, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that's so cool!" Yes, I
Yeah.
love Mando. Mando's the best.
Mando is the best.
And
The
then he
fucking
like
best.
he does like what did they call it in Top Gun when they like flew by the tower real quick, real close?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know, but yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah, like they call it like buzzing or some shit like that. I don't know. Top Gun,
And then he
whatever.
gets pulled over by some X-wings.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the New Republic cops.
Yep,
Space
they're like,
cops.
hey, we're gonna need your
Space
registration number, and they're like, hey, your
Oh.
manifold doesn't match your drive shaft. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get that updated. Don't worry, I'll head back like right now. And they're like, why don't you ping us over your certificate of blah blah blah? And he's like, And then another voice comes because two X-wings pull him over. We only see one pilot, and then the other pilot, I was like, dude, it's gonna be Gina Carano's buddy for sure. And I wonder if it was supposed to be Gina Carano. She was supposed to be a ranger in the New Republic until her show got canceled.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Could have been.
Could have been.
Well,
Maybe not, though, 'cause
I
they
was
wrote
wondering if
Boba
it was
Fett.
gonna. I was wondering if it was gonna be Dave Filoni
Oh,
because
but
he's
it was a
one of
character
those
that we
cops
know.
too.
Oh,
Yeah, it
is he
was the
really?
old Asian guy. Yeah, he plays the. He's the. I'll point him out to you
Oh,
in the Discord. He's like Wolf something.
And he was like, didn't you used to drive a Razor Crest?
He's like, no. And then he's like, hey, you know what? Why don't you surrender control so that we can take you in and get this checked out? And he's like, bye. And he hits that button that Amy Sedaris put in for him.
Yeah.
And apparently now there's a new thing that's been entered into the Star Wars universe, which is like sub-hyperspace. Because,
It was sublight engines.
Yeah. So he takes off, and the one pilot's like, what? How did he go so fast? We didn't notice that his hyperdrive engine was spooling up. Like, since when is that a fucking thing? But okay. Apparently hyperdrive engines have to spool up and get ready.
Yeah. Like,
And they can detect that on other ships, apparently?
Yeah, absolutely. Like every time that like Han Solo would be like, we're getting ready to go into hyperspace.
Yeah, but he's like, the computer's
it's
doing
stars.
calculations to make sure he doesn't hit an asteroid or a black hole. He says that specifically.
Well,
his engines aren't warming up.
No, the engines are warming up. The hyperspace lines are already plotted out. That's the thing.
Yeah, call that shit. So then he goes sub hyperspace, and then they're like, "Oh, we can't catch him." And then like, you want to go in and do paperwork? And he's like, "No, I guess we'll just leave this unreported." And he zips out of there.
Yeah.
And then he goes back and lands at Amy Sedaris' place, and he's like, "Dude, this shit rules."
You know what I thought of in that exact moment when he's like, well, do you want to go back to the office and fill out paperwork all day, or like, just like go eat a hot dog?
It's like, because that's your job.
Well, the only thing that I thought of was this is exactly how the First Order rose and fucked you all in the ass.
Because you didn't do paperwork? Oh, because they were hanging out on the outskirts doing shady business?
Because they don't care. Yeah, because these assholes were like, report it. Yeah.
Plus, I thought Tatooine's whole point was that it was on the outskirts of nowhere and no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
Well,
then why is New Republic checking out who flies too close to a bus?
Because they give a shit.
It was just for plot reasons, but
apparently they don't.
It was kind of weak, but whatever. It's funny to see when the X-wings show up.
And then this is when Fennec hops down a bunch of blocks.
Oh, I was gonna say something. I lost it though. I'm trying to think. Something about hyperspace, and he goes, I don't remember. Never mind.
Yeah, so 50-year-old Asian woman hops down some blocks, and I'd agree. it is impressive because she was like 15, 20 feet in the air, and then blocks were like 7 feet tall.
Yeah, dude. She's 50, so I was impressed.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh well. First he lands, and Amy Sedaris is
yeah.
like, "Hey, some chick showed up looking for you," and Mando's like, "What are you even talking about right now?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's some chick. I don't know, but I sent her away, and then I locked down. I said I didn't even know where you were, and I don't even know if like what. I mean, I don't know. And then I locked down the entire like facility, so we good. And then you hear her Fennec up on the top. Or no, he's like, well, what was her name? And then Fennec yells from up on top of the shop because she's perched up there like a hawk. She's like, Fennec Shand. And
And
then
he's like, fuck. Yeah.
And then she jumps down those boxes, which was impressive. And she's like, yo, looking for some work. And what was his answer? He's like,
He was like, what's the bounty?
oh yeah. And she's like, not a bounty. We need muscle. And then she tosses him some coin and like a pouch of coins. And he's like, yo, is this for Boba Fett? And she was like, yeah. And he's like, tell him it's on the house. And he tosses it back. And I was like, dude, Mando's cool.
Yeah. But then what does he say?
He's like, I gotta go see a little buddy first, but then yeah, I'm down to help.
Oh man.
Oh, he's gonna go see little Grogu.
So here's
how's that gonna fit in?
No, so here's what I'm thinking.
Are we gonna get another episode that's all about Mando?
Well, I think
hope
it's only
so.
6 episodes, right?
I thought it was either 6 or 8.
It's got to be 6 because this episode was substantially longer than the others.
I feel like it's 6. So what I kind of feel like is going to happen is that we're not going to get to see Mando go see Grogu at all
Until Mandalorian.
Yeah, I think that we'll get a little time jump technically, and he'll show up like probably halfway through the battle to help out
That
and
makes
probably
sense,
save the day.
but that's stupid.
Well, I mean, that's probably what's going to happen though.
Yeah, because Disney.
And because they're going to want to pull that in, but I don't think that that's going to be like the whole thing of the season. Like, I don't think the whole season's going to be about him wanting to go see Grogu again. I think they'll probably get that out of the way in like 1 or 2 episodes. And then I think he's going to end up trying to get back to Mandalore, but at some point he's going to run back into Ahsoka because they definitely are building up for a big crossover story to take out Thrawn, which I think is going to be badass.
And that's fine. As long as it's written well, I don't care what it like. That's the thing.
Well, they've all been written though, like, or at least written credits go to Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni.
Dave Filoni. I know. But here's the thing, dude. Just because they both wrote Mandalorian and they both wrote Book of Boba Fett doesn't mean they cared as much about either or.
I like them both.
I think Book of Boba Fett sucks, dude. I love this episode was amazing because it was just more like Mandalorian rules. Book of Boba Fett sucks.
Yeah, agreed, 100%.
So like when Mandalorian season 3 comes out, can we review it and then we'll all just be happy?
Probably.
Okay.
Dude, that's the thing. I feel like we're on the wrong foot with like me and you in Star Wars. I don't just hate all things that come out that are Star Wars. I like stuff that's good, and I want it all to be good. It just isn't.
But will you concede one thing?
Depends.
Subjective?
Oh, of course it's subjective, but
okay, CA.
Well, everything's subjective, right?
No, gravity is an objective fact.
Okay, well, when it comes to reviewing works of art,
yes,
that's the context I'm talking of. Clearly, I'm not saying like fucking Cody. You are the definition of a dime holding up $1.
You like it, and I don't even know what the fuck that means. Break that shit down, Barney, for me.
So. You're making me argue about a 10-cent like little piece of nothing when it's like I've got a whole $1 here I'm trying to move. So could we just fuck the dime? All right, the $1's got to come through. All right, let's go. So a dime holding up $1.
Okay, I see. When you mean holding up, you mean like it's causing me to waste time. I thought you meant like the dime was lifting up a dollar with its arms.
Oh,
That's what I thought
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
a dime with little revolvers and a bandana over its face, being like, "Give me your money, dollar.
Come on, bitch.
This is a stick up." Sweet giggles. So yeah, then that's where the episode ends, and it's like, "Rah, da, 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 da," and it's like, oh yeah, this is supposed to be Book of Boba Fett. That's hilarious.
Because it had nothing to do with his old ass.
Nope,
Oh
Mhm.
my god.
it was so good, dude.
He should have shown up though in his own fucking season finale. to
It's not a
greet
season
It's
Mando.
not the
finale.
season finale.
You
Oh,
said it was
Kelsey.
6 episodes, you fucker.
And this was episode 5, you
five,
fucker.
Kelsey. There's
All
all right.
right.
So what comes after 5?
Oh, what? I can't count.
Six. It's cool. It's cool.
Tensions are high over at 8750, huh?
No,
We're
it's
like a
all
bunch
for
of-
fun.
We're like a bunch of cats that are like, "Ah, ah."
Mm,
Uh,
So
mm.
yeah, dude, I thought
Mm.
this episode was rad. I liked it a whole bunch. Like the complaints I have are just like kind of minor. Like how did he get to the fucking Halo ring? Like I know you guys say that the bounty was there, but also like maybe it wasn't. They never really made it look one way or the other.
I just think that the butcher
'cause then-
shop was part of the Halo ring.
I
Like, it
don't
was-
because then why wouldn't they have shown him just like walk it? Well, then they would have
They
established.
did.
Nope, stop. They would have done it like this. They would have opened up the show with shot of the Halo ring, shot of the shop, shot of the workers in the shop, shot of the backhanded deal. Then Mando comes in, but they didn't. They did shot
Little
of the people
door.
workers, then they did the door, and then Mando comes in, and then they had an establishing shot of like Halo ring. Now he's walking around on the Halo ring.
Yeah,
That's to imply that he's in a new location. That's why they showed us the Halo ring then.
Nah.
Yeah. Kelsey, you don't know when flashbacks happen, so
yeah. I mean, like, I don't like that Kelsey's arguing for what I'm arguing for here because it makes me feel like maybe I'm wrong.
Doesn't it drive you crazy? It happens to me a lot too. I'm like, I'm on her side. Ah,
I just want to
shit.
say y'all are a bunch of dicks.
I know. But like
Yeah.
for real, you don't know when there's flashbacks, so you might not be the best judge of when scenes change. Right? Fair? I mean, you don't have to take offense.
Fair.
It's a fair statement.
Yeah.
No, it was fair during the first episode. It's not fair now.
Do you remember what flashback happened in this episode? Do you remember when that was? There was a flashback in this episode. Do you know?
Yeah,
when?
it was when the forger was talking about the Great Purge, and then it like flashed back to when they were shooting the Mandalore.
Yeah, they're
Man,
bombing it. Yeah, you
we
got
didn't even talk about that. That was honestly a really cool
it.
thing.
It was cool. Seeing those
Yeah.
TIE interceptors dropping bombs, that was actually pretty cool looking.
TIE
So,
bombers.
so the
TIE
point here
bombers, my
is
bad.
Kelsey
Oh,
fucking
Kylo.
knew when there was a flashback. That's the fucking point.
Kylo has a TIE interceptor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hate both of you.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
much, so
But
much
dude-
rage.
Kelsey, well, Kelsey, you know how me and you had a sidebar, or whatever, because Cody was being a dick. Hey, Cody.
Yeah.
So, don't you think that that's why they showed the establishing shot of the like where we're at now, and then him walking around is because that was a change in location?
It's possible. It's
Otherwise,
a fair
why would they have
complaint.
just shown him walking out of that place and then walking over?
Well, I mean, I just took it that way because he was hurt and because like he wasn't going very far is the way that I took it. And
I
she
figured
also
It was implied that he somehow got to this new location and now he's hobbling around.
well, she also said that was quick if that was a woman. I'm assuming that alien was a woman. It
I
sounded
assumed it
like
was a
Kelsey.
woman, too.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounded like Kelsey.
Oh, Kelsey, jump back in.
Sidebar over.
Oh, she's pissed.
No, she's not. She's just fucking around now.
Kelsey, don't be a hero. Don't be a
Kelsey.
fool with your life.
Wake
Kelsey,
up, Kelsey. I
don't be a
think I got
hero.
something
Come
to
back and
say
make
to you.
Cody your wife.
Okay.
You can't peg me, but I'll let you give me a rusty trombone.
No, no, thank you.
Mm.
Ski, give me
Okay.
one. So, yeah, dude, love this episode. I thought it was great. Shout out to Lauretta for putting these episodes on YouTube and
Yeah,
Rumble.
woo!
And
Oh,
Rumble.
Also,
What?
apologies to Lauretta because she was like, "Fuck you, Cody. I'm not old." Because I said over 40s. Well, we said over 40s old for women.
Oh,
You guys
You're
have been
not.
calling me old, and I'm not anywhere close to 40 yet.
Okay,
mhm.
Lauretta, you're much younger than Kelsey acts. Okay.
At heart. At
Yeah.
heart. And that's where it counts.
So you're good.
Kelsey
you're
just
old.
said she never did hookah earlier, all right? So
Yeah.
I rest my
Like,
case.
Kelsey misspelled Watto too. She spelled it Watto, like
I
it
can't
was like it was a fucking porn parody version
I
of them.
can't fault her for that because I would have probably spelled it the same way.
No, you knew it was with the T. You say it right.
No,
Oh yeah, you do.
Watto. I
Yeah.
would have spelled it with a D, I think.
Oh no, you wouldn't have. No. Mm-mm.
Man,
I'm giving you credit. Take it.
yeah, but it's not true. It's not earned. I mean, thanks, Cody.
Mattered. Yeah, I was going. When has that ever mattered, Jeff?
It's fair enough. So, if you're listening to this on podcast and you think it'd be fun to watch it with pictures, check out because dude, she adds her own comedy stylings with the pictures.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what we've said and what she's gonna do. She Yeff's kiss to Lauretta. She's gonna be on soon. I need to talk to Lauretta about that because I was gonna have her on Monday, but I'm thinking Saturday might be better. So hey, Lauretta, Saturday, I have some ideas. I have some irons in the fire.
You've got
Oh.
some Beskar in the forge.
Dude, I thought for sure that when she had it under the forge for a while and it wasn't really melting, I was like, maybe it won't melt and she'll give it back and then he can have it.
Well,
But no.
I do. Let's critique one thing about
Yeah.
that scene. She like gets it hot and then she's like, "I'm gonna start hammering it." I'm like, that wouldn't be how you would do that. Like
You'd
you
melt it
wouldn't
first, right?
Yeah, you would like want to like just reconsolidate all into a block before you tried to forge shit out of it because it's forged right now. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was weird. But hey, little minor complaints.
Yeah. Overall, good stuff. I like that.
So
Kelsey, quit having sour grapes. You're an adult woman.
Oh, I'm not sour grapes. I'm just listening.
Oh,
so I've
just
liked
listening.
all the episodes. You guys have liked 4 and 5.
No, I liked this episode.
Yeah, you
I like
didn't
this
like it, but
episode.
you guys was the Yetis.
We did 4 was all right.
Yeah, well, last week you were like, "This was a good episode. I
But
liked
then
it."
Kelsey made a lot of valid points, and she has changed my mind.
Oh,
Kind of
Yeah,
dog shit.
4 was dog shit.
oh no, there's Bruno. It's not a
Bruno
show
agrees
without
with Kelsey.
Bruno.
Mhm, it's true.
Dude,
Yay, Bruno. Good
when I
job.
was watching Mando, he got like all up in my face, and I was like, "Dude, I can't see, man." And he's like, "Bro, no, I don't care. I'm gonna like be in your face."
Nice. All right, well, Kelsey, I'm sorry that you're upset.
I'm not.
I think that in time you'll realize that we were stern but fair.
I think y'all are just a bag of dicks.
I'm gonna make a prediction.
Cody, sorry I had to yell at you, but your attitude has been much more fun to listen to since the yelling. So at least thanks for switching it up.
You're welcome.
I
I didn't have anything to really rebut. Like that's what I thought this time. Like that I wasn't gonna have any rebuttals, and that's what's so fun is being like, "No, fuck you, Kelsey. You're wrong."
Yeah.
I'm glad I could be here for you to,
You gotta-
kick around.
But a
Thanks. We
prediction
appreciate it too. What?
would be, I think that I'm going to enjoy next week's episode the most out of all of them, but I think that this one will remain your all's favorite.
Probably. It was all about Mando, dude. I'll
Mhm.
probably
Yeah.
enjoy all the Mandalorian parts in the next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that it's going to be like a big ass epic fucking fight. And if it is just 6 episodes, which I think is right, I think there's going to be some surprise cameos.
Like Han Solo shows up.
I think more than that.
More than that, you think Luke Skywalker is going to show up?
You think they're going to use that CGI to bring Princess Leia back?
It worked for Luke.
It worked for Leia in Rogue One.
Yeah, but that was so short, dude. She basically turns her head for a moment and
Well,
goes,
I'm
hope.
well,
So,
they also hired that deep fake artist, so it's like, that's his specialty. It wouldn't be hard for him to do.
I mean, I don't care if Hans, I don't know,
Well,
man.
no,
When Luke,
Han's definitely there. Luke has been seen on set. Mark Hamill's been seen on set.
oh,
Um,
really?
And I believe you're gonna get Kira from
Kira.
Solo. I
Yeah, I've
think
heard that
that's
one
who's
too.
laid claim to. I think that's who's laid claim, which
The,
would make
yeah.
sense. Crimson Dawn, yeah.
Crimson Dawn just sounds like something that should be in Destiny and not in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what was the one? Was it like the Black Sun? Yeah, that was Prince
Yeah.
Shizor's syndicate, and I think they're just being lazy when they named it Crimson Dawn, because it's like, oh, you mean kind of like Black Sun? They're just being a little lazy.
Black Sun's the name of the new game that's coming out, isn't it? The Star Wars game? Crystal Dynamic? No. Oh, fuck. Who's making it?
No, it's called Eclipse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Black Sun was Prince Shizor's
Quantum.
crime syndicate.
Hold on. I need to know who did Detroit. Become human. Quantic Dream. That's what I meant.
Human.
Human. Kelsey, do you really have sour grapes over there? Or are you just tired?
No, I'm super tired. This is
All
like
right.
getting
I'm
past my
tired
bedtime
too.
here.
Wake up, Kelsey.
Okay, guys.
I'm
It's
fucking
like
old and tired
I'm
all the
old.
time.
I gotta get up early. I'm old.
Thanks for coming and doing the review, Cody. It was fun.
I love
Kelsey,
Boba
it was
Fett.
fun.
I love
I
Oh.
do
Mando.
think that our tensions are a little high between the group, and we should probably all try to lower them a little bit because we're getting a little feisty.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want any hurt feelings, guys.
I'm
Yeah.
not feisty.
Bring back the Fox and Spiel, and then we'll talk.
Faction feels dead.
No. No.
Yes.
No.
All right. Later, boners.
Later, boners.
Keep climbing, boners.